everyone, welcome. And we are going to discuss the Cognizant Gen Z Next recruitment process and the exam pattern. Uh, so this is, I guess, the third time that I'm shooting this video. There was one time that we went live, but there was a lot of unnecessary discussion going on in live, and the live was approximately 1 hour. So, which is why shooting this video again. As always, make sure that you follow us on all our Instagram channels. So one more update that here is from some insider information we've gotten to know that Cognizant is going to also hire off campus really soon. So make sure that you follow us on Instagram, Discord, WhatsApp, and Telegram, at least these channels, because sometimes we don't post the link of hiring on all the social media channels. But let's say we'll only post it on Telegram and we'll not post it elsewhere. Or sometimes, let's say we only post it on Discord and then we'll not post it elsewhere because, to be honest, we are a little greedy about followers on all the social media channels. Right. The link to all of these social media channels is in the description of this video. Right. Again, top 3 comments, as always, the results are announced every Friday on our Discord and our Instagram. So make sure that you also check that. It could be anything in terms of something that I've missed in the video, or a good doubt, or some good experience with PrepInsta. Right. So this could be a little long video. So if you're watching this video, I'll just recommend you to watch this video in 2x speed. So that's not an issue, right? So let's go ahead. So basically, there are 4 roles. We'll talk about the recruitment process and the test pattern, so on and so forth, a little later. Don't worry about it. So there are 4 different roles that Cognizant is hiring for. So there's Gen Z, which is a 4 LPA role. There is Gen Z Pro, Gen Z Elevate, which is basically a 4 LPA plus, I guess, 60,000 rupees skill bonus. And then there's Gen Z Pro, which is 5.4 LPA. And then there's Gen Z Next, which is 6.75 LPA. Now, to be honest, they've clearly mentioned here so that the roles that are going to be mostly offered for Gen Z Next are application analysts, infrastructure engineers, and quality analysts. So to be honest, I'll tell you the technologies that you'd be working upon. You'd be working upon Java, C, C++, and testing. And basics of HTML, CSS. So basically front-end web development, but not advanced front-end development like React or Vue or Angular. All of these basic WordPress, the basic HTML development with old technologies like .NET, ASP, so on and so forth, right? Mostly, I guess 50% of the people that will be hired for this role would be working as the quality analyst, that is testing profile. Now, in this case, again, they've clearly mentioned that the roles that you would be working upon would be C, Unix, .NET, Cloud, Java, IoT, software engineer, or tester. In this case, there are some better technologies which are a little highly paid. So, for example, Salesforce, ServiceNow, MuleSoft, SAP, cybersecurity, product analyst. And in this case, artificial intelligence, big data, full stack, .NET, Python, data scientist, cybersecurity, AWS, infrastructure developer. So as you can see, the reason why they are paying more is, these technologies that let's say if Cognizant did not pay more and then they still anyways ask you to work upon these technologies. So what would happen is, let's say you'll be working, let's say if the package was not 6.75 LPA but 4 LPA, right? So earlier Cognizant was doing so, and not just Cognizant, other service-based companies were doing so that, okay, at low package they were offering these roles. What used to happen is people worked upon hot technologies like this, and since they are working on hot technologies like this, after 1 year or 1.5 year, they would leave the company because they are offered 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs, 13 lakhs, because these are working upon trending technologies. Now, one more thing is Cognizant in their orientation session in different colleges have clearly mentioned that this particular role, even though there's an online test, even though there's a coding test, and we'll talk about the skill-based assessment a little later, but they're looking for people who have certifications in at least one of these skills. So if you have certifications in AI, ML, big data, full stack, advanced data science, cybersecurity, AWS, so on and so forth, it almost guaranteed that you are selected. So we'll talk about that a little later. So obviously data structure, C, C++ and all you should know, and they'll be asking you that. But if they are to hire you for this role, then without certifications, I'll particularly say your chances of getting selected are only 10%. If you do not have these certifications, and then projects to show, you will be asked to share your screen and show your projects as well. Now, one more thing is Cognizant clearly mentioned in their orientation session is, let's say you do not have these certifications or you do not know these skills as of now. So what you can do is probably join Cognizant at Elevate or Gen Z or Elevate or Gen Z Pro. And let's say, and TCS also does this. after 1 year of working, they will have an internal test, online test, and then there's an interview again, wherein you can directly skip from this to this package, or this to this package, or this to this package directly. So even if you join Cognizant at a lower package, so that's not a problem, because again, let's say, and Cognizant actively told us that, okay, you join Cognizant at Gen Z role, no problem, but in the next 1 year, you're supposed to be working and getting certifications on your own, learning these hot technologies on your own, and then once the test happens, you clear the online test, and in the interview later on after 1 year, you can demonstrate these skills. So they are clearly saying that, okay, if you want to work upon Gen Z Next, you need to have these hot technology certifications and projects in them. And that thing is called as Cognizant Orbit Shifter, which is internal hiring or internal elevation to a higher package, right? So this is the eligibility criteria. You can take a screenshot of it if you want. These are the documents. You can take the screenshot if you want. Now, basically, Cognizant clearly told that, okay, now there are two ways of hiring, right? So firstly, as of now, the Gen Z Next is going on, right? And the platform that they will be hiring through would be HackerRank. And then they would have a skill-based assessment, and HR interview that is basically would be happening in July and August, right? But later on, after 2 months, obviously as of now, they're just like TCS Digital, right? So TCS, this is kind of like TCS Digital hiring that is going on for them as of now. And the normal ninja kind of hiring would happen 2 months later, that is September onwards, and that particularly would happen via AMCAT. But as of now, for all of these profiles, with the Gen Z Next exam that is going on as of now, would be via HackerRank. So we'll talk about that a little later. Now, this is a little complicated flowchart, and I want to explain you because a lot of people are confused, and the most of the comment section that we saw in the last video were based upon this. So, and it's a little complicated, so hear me out properly, because based upon all of these, you will not be able to apply in Cognizant in future, and maybe you will be able to apply. So you have to understand. So first of all, you will register, and just give me you will register. You will give the skill-based assessment that would be via HackerRank. Right. Once you give the skill-based assessment, right? So basically what would happen is, and this is our internal estimation, so percentile, right? So the top 10% of the people will go for Gen Z Next interview. That is, if there are 100 people giving exam and you're in the top 10 of them, you'll go and directly attend the Gen Z interview, right? However, if you're not in the top 10, but let's say 65% to 95% percentile, right? So in that case, what would happen? Your interview would be happening for Gen Z Elevate. That is 4 LPA plus skill bonus. Okay. And if you are below 65 percentile, that is, you're not in the top 35% of the performing people, then your candidature is on hold. So basically, Cognizant is saying that, okay, you can still apply for Cognizant in future, when off-campus will happen, when any other kind of thing will happen, or when let's say they will be hiring for Gen Z, just Gen Z in September. So you can apply for that drive then. Okay. But so let's say, now what would happen is, for this particular interview, if you're in the top 10%, so your interview would be happening, and based upon the interview, based upon the performance, there are 3 outcomes. Let's say if you perform really well in the interview, you will get the Gen Z Next offer letter, that is 6.5 LPA. And again, you need to have certifications. That's almost guaranteed. I am saying this personally. If you do not have certifications in all of these skills, doesn't matter if you're on CSIT or non-CSIT, you should be having data structures, competitive coding, and certifications in hot technologies. If you don't have them, you will not be selected for this, definitely. This is my guarantee. Right? So that's fine, right? But if you perform moderately well, but not so good, not exceptionally good, or if in case you do not have these certifications, so in that case, yes, your interview will happen for Gen Z Next, or they'll try to select you for Gen Z Next, but they'll see, okay, you are not ready for Gen Z Next as of now. So they'll give you Gen Z Elevate offer, that is 4 LPA plus skill bonus of 60,000 rupees, right? So that's the second outcome. The third outcome is that you'll directly go ahead and get rejected. Now, if you get rejected in the interview, you cannot apply for Cognizant in future. As a fresher, your candidature ends here. Now, again, let's say if you're in the 65 percentile to 90 percentile, right? So your interview is happening for Elevate only. Doesn't matter how good you perform. There are only two options. Either you will only get the Elevate offer letter or you will be rejected. Simple. And then again, so basically the whole outcome is if you get rejected in the interview, you cannot apply for Cognizant in future. For the on-campus drive also that will happen for Gen Z, cannot apply. But let's say if you get rejected in the written test, but not go and don't go to the interview, you can apply for Cognizant in future. Let's go ahead. Let's not waste a lot of time. There's one more thing. There's a mandatory internship that all of you would have to do for selected skills. Now let's talk about. Just give me. Let's talk about the online test, right? So online test, as I discussed earlier, would be happening on HackerRank. Right? So now HackerRank MCQ questions. So there are two sections. The first section would be, the total duration would be 3 hours. The first section would be MCQ questions. Now MCQ question, the duration would be 40 minutes. There would be 20 to 25 questions, and then questions would be conceptual, that is theoretical questions, and code analysis, that is input output pseudocode kind of questions, right? And then there's a coding challenge. In coding challenge, the duration is 140 minutes. There would be 5 to 6 questions, and the question type would be case study. And don't worry if you don't understand it, we'll debug this in future based upon HackerRank. Right? Now let's talk about the first one, that is the MCQ part. Now what we've already done is we've already updated the course of Prep-Insta Prime, so you can go ahead and check Prep-Insta Prime. So this is the link of the Cognizant Gen Z online course syllabus that we have. So basically the online course that we are covering for Gen Z next preparation, you can check the syllabus for that. Okay, and basically these are all the things. We are covering the whole syllabus that I'm going to talk about, and apart from that you will get certifications from Prep-Insta also and TCS as well. And just like Prep-Insta Prime, it's like Netflix. You don't get access to just one course, just like you don't get access to one movie on Netflix. You don't buy one movie on Netflix. Whenever you buy Netflix, you'll get access to all the movies on Netflix. So Prep-Insta Prime is also same. So you'll get access not just to Cognizant Gen Z or Gen Z Next. You'll also get access to artificial intelligence, machine learning, C++, aptitude, daily life classes of 7 to 8 hours, companies, AMCAT, CoCubes, HackerRank, competitive coding, data structures, projects, operating system, DBMS, SDLC, so on and so forth, everything. Apart from, there's a specific Cognizant Gen Z Next course. The link to this is in the description. We'll talk about this a little later. Now let's focus upon the syllabus of this. So what all things you'll be asked? So first of all, they are saying, and this is the high level syllabus, so they are not saying that okay, this is like the exact syllabus. There can be other topics also, but more or less these are the topics that they are focusing upon. Now there's control structure. Control structure is basically while loop, for loop, if else, switch statement, break statement. So kind of input output questions and pseudocode kind of questions based upon C, C++ and Java. And you'll see Java, for I'll tell you this very clearly, if you do not know Java, you'll not get selected in Cognizant. You will see why. Then OOPS both in C++ and Java. Data structures, that would be, again, we've seen, because it is happening via HackerRank, so we've seen always data structures questions in HackerRank's database of questions are always upon C++. Now, classes, objects, struct, trees, searching, sorting, pointers, exceptional handling, right? So till pointers, everything is there in C++, right? Now, when I talk about exception handling, so exception handling, to be honest, also there in C++, but that's a very small exceptional handling, but that's a very small concept. Exception handling is a major concept in Java, so you need to know Java. Utility APIs. Utility API, even though it's there in C++, but that's a very small concept and it's unnecessary concept. There's a very large concept of utility APIs in Java, so you should know Java. Collection framework, it's a very big topic, approximately 10 to 15 hours of online course that we have on Prep-Insta, and it's very big collection framework. That's totally Java. Database connectivity, that is called as JDBC in short, Java development Manish has taken the course of it, so I don't know the full form, but JDBC is the short form that I know. So it's also Java. Reflection and serialization, also Java. File handling, also Java. So MCQ questions based upon all of those in Java. Now let's talk about, so we already have a Java course. Let me just very quickly show you so that you can understand the quality of Prepinsta. So this video is playing on mute. So as you can see, this is the quality of Prepinsta Prime Java course, right? So again, you can always check. So from here, this demo videos page, you can check all the demo videos. So this is our artificial intelligence course. This is our SQL course and all of that. So demo videos, again, at any particular page, you can click here and check all the demo videos of different courses. Let me just pause this video. Now, coming to the next part, that is SQL and database, right? So MCQ questions upon SQL and database: basic query language, simple to medium data query, fetch, joins, PLSQL, function procedure, views, trigger, inner join, outer join, transaction control, cursor, exception handling. So to be honest, if you look at this, this is not just SQL, but this is DBMS as well. Cognizant does not care if you're from CSIT or non-CSIT. They are hiring you for a higher package. They want you to know SQL and DBMS, definitely. And not just Cognizant, even TCS does that, even Infosys does that. So you should know DBMS and SQL. There's a DBMS SQL course already there on Prepinsta, and this is something that I've created. You can have a look upon this. I'll just play this in full screen so that you can understand the quality. So here I'm teaching weak entity, strong entity, ER diagram. All of this whole course, you can also already, so just like Prepinsta Prime, it's already included there. Right. Now, to talk about Web UI, we already have a course on Web UI. These are all the topics that would be high level topics. So HTML, structure, section, header, footer, image, anchor tag, table, block, inline statement, form, CSS, style application, JavaScript, event handling. So approximately 15 to 20 hours course already there on Prepinsta Prime. So you can go ahead and check that as well. It is there in our Cognizant course, right? Now, coming to the coding part. Now, to be honest, if you look here, or if I tell you the truth, there are 20 to 25 questions. There is one question, 1 marks. But for the coding, and you'll see. So this is something that we've seen in the past also. So there's one easy question that will be coming. So not just Cognizant, obviously a lot of other companies like Cisco, PayPal also hire via HackerRank. So they also have a similar kind of online test. So trying to understand based upon the previous things that we've seen in those exams, Prepinsta has done an analysis. So the first question would be easy question. So there's a section on Prepinsta's website that is called as top 100 codes. I'll just very quickly show you that. So where is that? You'll just go to prepare, programming, and then top 100 codes. There's a lot of codes that are given. We think that if you clear or if you complete all of these top 100 codes, so these are in the increasing level of difficulty, you should be able to perfectly prepare for service-based companies and including Cognizant. So the first part of it would be this. The second coding question would be medium question. So that would be the last part of the top 100 codes is what we are suggesting. Then there's a case study question. So these would be easy small questions too, but then case study question. Case study is they'll give you a long case study. So just like, for example, let's say if a program requires you to print the kth node, or let's say rotate an array. So they'll not just simply say that, okay, write a program to rotate an array. They will, create a story around it. That, okay, Vikas is visiting his family, he's playing chess, and because of which he wants to rotate the array, etc., etc. And then the question is hidden in that case study. So a difficult competitive programming question. So any particular course that you're preparing or that you are purchasing for Cognizant, that make sure that it has competitive programming. Then case study, a difficult data structures questions on trees, graphs, hashing, searching, sorting, stacks, queues, linked lists, so on and so forth. A case study SQL question. There are 2 questions that would be based upon that, and I'll show you those a little later. In terms of the competitive programming course, already there on Prepinsta, so it's also included in the Cognizant Gen C Next, and as well, and if you just give me a second. Right, so you can check this Gen C Next as well. So it's already there. If you check here, there's Java, there's DBMS and SQL, there's data structures, as you can see, so much amount of data structures, then advanced coding, Web UI, and competitive programming. You can also go to the foundational competitive programming course that Prepinsta has created. So this is available in all 4 languages. So if you are purchasing any course, make sure that it has all of them, which is why we moved to a not just one course, access all the courses on Prepinsta Prime, because you'll need a lot of courses for your placement preparation. Then moving ahead, Then moving ahead, the SQL case study type of question. So I'll show you one example. So obviously SQL will be asked as an MCQ here also in the MCQ section, but there would be a coding question as well. So I'll just show you, and I've made a video, and if you'll search Cognizant SQL case study questions on YouTube, so you'll be able to find out that. So basically a question like this, wherein case study, a retail customers maintains database, they'll give you a sample case study, sample input format, sample output format. They'll give you a sample database, how the database looks like. They'll also give you a sample output, and then there will be a box. In that box, you have to write complicated SQL queries, complicated nested SQL queries based upon group by, having, joins, views, inner join, outer join, full outer join, second highest salary, so on and so forth, right? So I've made a video about that. We'll also put the link of that video in the description of the video, but if in case if it's not put, you can just Google or you search on YouTube Cognizant case study SQL questions, and that video would come by. Now again, so this is basically the whole thing about Cognizant. The top 3 comments get the Prep Insta Prime subscription, and then off-campus drive. So links to all of these social media handles on Prep Insta Prime. Now to talk about how do you prepare for them, so we already have. So let's say if you go to prepinsta.com, you can go to prepare section, and then here Cognizant is there, but we are also linking Cognizant Gen Z Next. Our team has not linked that in our menu, but you can scroll down. It's linked in this menu. So you'll go to Cognizant Gen Z Next dashboard on Prep Insta, and you'll be able to find all the syllabus, the SQL questions. So there are free SQL questions that we are providing for some people: web UI, DSA question, Java question, OOPS question, input output question, coding questions, and recruitment process, and everything, right? So you can check this page. You'll find a few of the previous year papers on prepinsta.com as well. Not all the previous year papers, because we only put 20% of previous year papers for free, and other 80% we reserve for our Prime subscribers, right? So you can go ahead and check that. Top 100 codes on prepinsta.com. For data structures, I'll recommend you learn data structures here. So you can go to this particular section and start learning data structures. There are a lot of memes also on this page. So you'll learn with the best. So as you can see, the whole binary search is explained with the help of visuals, with the help of the code as well. And there are memes as well on this page. Below this page, there are some questions that are asked upon binary search. So for example, this particular question, which is based upon binary search, was asked in Cisco and Walmart Labs. The next question was asked in CoCubes and ATOS Central, right? The online test of it. So you'll be preparing really well with all of these. Then if you're interested in Prep Insta Prime, so you can go ahead and then join Prep Insta Prime, and you'll get access to all of these courses: C++, competitive coding, DSA, Cognizant, Gen Z Next, Cape Gemini, puzzles, resume preparation, a lot of projects like these, SDLC, DBMS, and you can check the Cognizant Gen Z Next syllabus. The link to this is in the description of the video. So you'll find all of these things here as well in terms of the whole syllabus that we are covering for Cognizant. As you can see, this is a very large course. It will cover everything for you. And I know that a lot of you would be thinking, okay, Atulya, there's no purpose of buying this course because I have like 5 days, 3 days, 2 days, or 1 day to prepare for Cognizant. Why should I go ahead? To be honest, if we were just selling you Cognizant course, in that case, I would have said that, okay, less time to prepare. What's the point of purchasing it? But Prep Insta Prime is like Netflix. You're not just buying Cognizant course. You're buying TCS Digital, TCS, Cognizant Gen Z Next, that will happen in future, Infosys, that will happen in future, AMCAT or CoCubes if you're giving all of those exams, right? HackerRank, HackerEarth, C++, Java, Python, DSA, competitive programming, skills like AI, ML, all of these. So you'll get access to all the 150 plus courses. So if you're preparing for placements in future also, right, you will get the Prime subscription, and it will be completely beneficial for you. We're also giving you our own certification, and we are partnered with TCS IAM, so they'll also give their certification as well. If you want to check the course list, so you can click upon this course list here, and you'll come to this page, and you'll find all the courses that are available on Prep Insta Prime. And a lot of people would have doubt about, if the course quality is good or not. First of all, let me tell you, Prep Insta is the most visited website. So first is Prep Insta, then second is Geeks for Geeks, etc., and then third other website. This is the most visited website for placement preparation. But again, if you have the quality and you want to understand the course quality, you can click on demo videos and check all the demo video for a TCS course, DSA course, competitive programming course, operating system course, DBMS course, ML, AI, and so on and so forth. So you can check all of this. The link to the courses in Prep Insta Prime and Cognizant Gen Z Next course and other videos and social media handles are in the description of the video. This is a long video, to be honest. I need water. Make sure that if you liked our video, that you're clicking upon thumbs up and subscribing to our YouTube channel, because we'll be uploading a lot of videos about Cognizant and other companies as well in future. And all the really best. You can prepare completely free with prepenstar.com. You can just go to Cognizant Gen C Next dashboard, or you can go ahead with the Cognizant Gen C Next course under Prepenstar Prime subscription. Thank you so much. All the best. And after giving the exam, do let us know on our Instagram how the exam went. Thank you.